Move on to our next story, where thousands of mourners gathered in this in Kisumu, to pay homage to the late former Kenyan Prime Minister Raila Odinga, who died age 80 in India. The public viewing at the Jomo Kenyatta Stadium included emotional scenes with many chanting, "We are orphans." The government declared a 7-day national mourning period and planned a state funeral. However, the events were marred by violence. Police opened fire at a viewing in Nairobi, resulting in deaths and injuries. Doc, did you see videos of this funeral in Kenya?
I did.
Last week.
I did.
What was your first impression?
You know, it tells how the people of Kenya loved their man, late Raila Odinga.
Yeah.
And I believe that, I want to hope that this is how they cherish their leaders. I want to believe that they don't actually discriminate.
Yeah.
A former prime minister of that magnitude, of that period, of that length, and they still have that kind of rekindled love and solidarity for him. It tells you that Kenyans love their own and they cherish what they also have. That is a very also spectacle for me to behold.
Yeah.
That Kenyans are united when it comes to how they honor their leaders. Even in their grave, they still stand up for them in that kind of awe and solidarity. Yeah.
Well, that's certainly brilliant because like the crowd was chanting. They claim that they are orphans now because Raila Odinga has gone to be with their Lord. Okay, so absolutely, they are feeling like they don't have somebody to take care of them and care for them, and simply this is because of Odinga's legacy, which included things like some sort of constitutional reforms, and he also challenged flawed elections. He participated in power sharing after the 2007 post-election crisis. Okay, so when you look at the things he has done, contesting in up to 5 presidential elections, okay, citing all sort of things, claiming electoral fraud and all. I mean, it just tells you how much he has influenced the political landscape in Kenya. I mean, President Obama even had to make a statement.
I think he has some trace in there to his family.
Definitely.
Yeah, because he's like half Kenyan.
Yeah. So to even get the likes of President Obama make a statement, okay, and Obama absolutely recognized Odinga as a champion of democracy. So it just tells you the extent to which Raila Odinga influenced politics in Kenya. So I'm not surprised at the scenes we saw on our screens last week during the funeral. But I had concerns because, for example, when the body arrived in Kenya, on the tarmac, I don't know how the security personnel lost control of the crowd. Look, I must admit the crowd was massive, but I don't know how they lost control of the crowd because it's not safe, or it was not safe to get all these people on the tarmac. Like, I don't know how they breached that security protocol because people, when the body was about to get out of the aircraft, how the people managed to get close to the aircraft. That distance, I can't even tell you by the engines of the plane were still running. Like, for me, that security thing was my major concern. We have seen in the story there were deaths, about 4 deaths we have had so far, because tear gas had to be deployed, guns had to be fired to disperse the crowd. Like, even at the time of when the body had arrived, and I think there was an initial place where they were supposed to have taken the body. I hear plans were changed. I don't know how they missed all that protocol to get things mixed up. I don't know what you think about that, because I mean, I'm not saying that it's that crazy, but in other settings, some of these things could have been managed better, if you ask me.
Well, let me just start by saying that the uncontrolled emotions of the people is as a result of how passionate and how they feel about their former Prime Minister, Raila Odinga.
Yeah.
Yes. However, their misconduct is hard to defend. Yeah, it doesn't still justify their misconduct.
Yeah.
they could have done better in terms of their composure and outlook. For such a leader to have passed away and law and order to be I would say demeaned, and the whole occasion to be marred by some violent act because of the chants, "We are orphans, we are orphans." This is a very disturbing matter that I think that His Excellency President William Ruto should ensure that whatever thoughts of we are orphans within people's minds should be, I would say, seen to.
Yeah.
Because if the future of Kenyans will be divided in the name of orphans and non-orphans, then it will not be good for him. He should do well to normalize the emotions and get every Kenyan to know that he is father for all and not father for some. Whilst former Raila Odinga was father for some. I think he should be able to bring them together on show, because this shows a whole lot. Because it shouldn't have ended like that, where police have to intervene and then hurt people. Why should somebody die at a funeral?
Exactly.
Why should you die at a funeral?
That's sad.
Or get hurt at a funeral? It is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So it tells you, I want to actually have that local rationale that it is that love and passion.
Yeah.
That they are diehard fans or diehard followers of Raila Odinga. However, it doesn't still warrant you to misbehave.
Yeah.
And act uncontrolled or unguarded. It is still wrong. So to my fellow Kenyans who actually indulge in that, please don't do that. It is wrong.
Yeah.
Yes. Respect the protocols of government and still indulge yourself in that manner.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that manner of decorum. Because at the end of the day, we are trying to lay to rest a very important person who has served the country and the people well. And we don't deserve to get hurt or brutalized through that occasion. It is just uncalled for.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The thing I also want to touch on in the story is the issue regarding President Ruto at the moment.
Yeah.
I think that in a subconscious way, he has to suddenly become a unifier.
Sure, definitely.
Beyond being a unifier, his personality is under attack. I don't know if he realizes that, because if Odinga is being recognized like this, it just means that he needs to be thinking about himself and the way he is ruling. Because in recent times, there have been protests in Kenya as well. Okay, people are unhappy. People like Odinga challenged the system when other people were ruling. What it means is that the people who are chanting "We are orphans" have identified with what Raila Odinga was doing. So President Ruto has to be making sure now that he's on the side of the people by doing the right things and seeing through their eyes. I know governance is difficult.
Yeah.
Sometimes the reality when you get into governance is not what the ordinary person sees. So you are torn between making very hard decisions, sometimes not favoring the people and all of that. But in this situation now, it's going to be very tough. I don't want to be in Ruto's shoes right now.
Let me tell you one thing about Odinga that I find quite fun.
I'm listening. Yeah.
During the elections, there was this drift between William Ruto and former President Jomo Kenyatta.
Yeah.
And this drift was serious because I think they had gone for election for a whole tenure and Ruto had lost for some time. So it brought a whole rift between them. And the mistrust and the issues, the innuendos were quite huge. So it was Raila Odinga at one inauguration who got up and said, listen, you, Ruto, shake. He did something to demonstrate the unity.
Yeah.
That whether you like it or not, I've been prime minister. You are president today. You lost an election. So what?
Yeah.
We are all Kenyans. So Raila stood up and said, listen, dear Kenyatta, hold the hand of Ruto and show Kenyans that we are together.
Yeah.
That was an act of patriotism. Somebody who stood for national unity. No matter what, we are all one. Because the issue, the drift between the two of them, these are two great people, Ruto and Kenyatta. Were two great people. But the drift was serious.
Yeah.
That could have caused a whole civil war. But what happened? He stood and then unified them. Recently, I saw a video where Jomo Kenyatta, who is former president, visited Ruto at the city of government. And they had a good walk. They walked through the presidential palace, loved. And I said, that is a good view. It's a good production for the people of Kenya to see that, oh, there is unity. The two presidents are cooperating. Because it was a very good, I love what I saw. They walked, they loved, they played. Yeah, and that is good. We like these things to be happening.
Definitely.
Yeah, so it's good that he was a man of unity. And the people feel that they've lost a father who unites. However, as you said, the onus lies on Sir Ruto to ensure that he actually ignites and revamps the dreams and hopes and aspirations of the late Odinga, and make his presence felt even though he's not there. That is the best thing he can ever do to honor his memory. If indeed in his heart he has love for him, he should do that to honor him.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we have some comments coming in, and this one is coming from Adra from Malam, and she says, I just joined in live. I'm impressed with the headlines so far. Thanks for keeping us posted. You're welcome, Adra, and keep it locked in here. This is from Cassandra from Kenya. She says, Raila Odinga was a man of many roles, a political prisoner, a kingmaker, and a champion of democracy who shaped Kenya for over 4 decades. His influence was undeniable, from leading the second liberation struggle against one-party rule to pushing for the 2010 constitution that introduced devolution. It is sad for Africa to lose such a person. He was truly a great man. Definitely, Odinga was a great man. So we'll just also join our voices to the world and say and offer our condolences to all Kenyans. And we hope that everybody will learn from the example of Odinga and then put Kenya first in every of their dealings.